What's up, YouTube family? So we're back with another one and another one. So today we're making, drum roll please, crab stuffed corn muffin. We're going to do the easy way. Crab stuffed corn muffins. Yes, you heard it. We're going to use Jiffy because we're a little lazy, so we use Jiffy. Jiffy. All right, so we're going to go on and make our little Jiffy. We're going to open these up. So in the process, while I'm opening these things up, let me move this camera on down, huh? So in the process, while we're using this, we're going to use two of these. Two Jiffies. We got some crab meat right here. I started to open it, so sorry about that. So we got some crab meat here. We got some Pam, because we're going to spray the pan down. We got some Worcestershire sauce, because we're going to need that too for the crab meat. We got some Duke's mayonnaise. We got some Colby Jack cheese. We're going to use that. We also got some toothpicks, because we're going to use that too. And also we got some milk, 2 eggs over here. And we're going to start, and we got our gloves. But first we're going to take this 2 boxes of Jiffy. We're going to open it up. Let me pull it down a little bit so you can see the bowl. Can you see it? Nope, I think I got to back it up just a little bit. All right. Okay, so let me move this Colby Jack cheese so y'all can see. So I'm going to pour the 2 things of Jiffy in here. That's 1. And we're going to preheat the oven to like 400. So that way we can get it going. So we're going to put our 2 boxes of Jiffies in there. We're going to get out these little chunks first. 2 things of that. We're going to crack these eggs, put these eggs in there. So it calls for 2 eggs. We're going to put our 2 eggs in there. All right, so it's also calling for 1/3 cup of milk. Since we put 2 boxes in there, we're going to just do 2/3 cup of milk, because inside of here is a 1/3 and then a big cup is 2/3. And we basically need 2/3 cups. So we're going to pour that in here. All right, so now we're going to get the mixing. And we want to make sure we mix this really, really great. So we want to make sure we get it like a smooth consistency. So you want to make sure you blend this very well. See how that almost is? See that? You can make this from scratch too, but I'm lazy and I feel like I ain't got the time to, so you want to make it just like this. See how the consistency is with that? So we're going to leave this right here. We're going to start on our next mix. So we're just mixing the cornbread on up. Mix it to where it's nice. All right, so we're going to put this to the side because we're going to use this in a few. We're going to move this other bowl in here because that's how we're going to make our crab meat. Let's see. Let's get you going down here to look at our crab meat. So with our crab meat, this is our crab meat. Oh, let me just take off this paper. So this is our crab meat right here. You see this? Let's see. This is what we're going to use for our crab meat, real crab meat. So we're going to open up this container. Let's wipe it off. Ooh. It helps if you have nails. All right, so we're going to pop the top to that. Look at the consistency of this crab meat, y'all. Look how thick these pieces are. See on the inside of here? Look how thick that is. So we're just going to pour it in there. And this is what it's looking like. You see that? How it's together. So you see how thick it is together? So we're just going to break it apart a little bit. Just so we can get the consistency to be like a little bit shredded. We don't want it all thick. We want it some shredded so we can have some good pieces all along the line. So let me show you. See? You don't want to shred it too much, but you also want to shred it just a little bit just to get the little bigger pieces little. Alright, so in here, what you're going to do is take a couple squirts of this Worcestershire sauce, if I'm saying it right. And we're going to dump it in there a couple times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we don't need a whole lot. Then we're going to take some Duke's mayonnaise, because we need some mayonnaise to combine it. Alright, so we only need a little bit. We don't need too much. And we need a little bit of cheese. Cheese go a long way. Alright, so that's enough of the cheese. Alright, now we're just going to mix it, mix it, mix it. We're going to get a good consistency of the mix. Make sure it's all the way through the meat. So you want to make sure you just keep on whisking it or keep on stirring it until you get a good consistency. To where it's really not dry, to where it could be combined together. Almost something like this, where you still get big chunks of meat. You see that? Almost something like this. Just to whip it so it can give me consistency. Could look good. Alright. So I'm going to leave that right there. Alright, so I'm going to bring y'all back over here. And we got our pan. You see? And how many? 3, 6. So we got 12 muffins. So we're going to take this Pam, the perfect release. See this? This good old Pam. And we're going to spray it like it ain't nobody's business. We want to make sure they don't stick. Alright, so we done killed the thing with Pam because we want to make sure we don't want no stuck muffins. Alright, and here go our cornbread jiffy mix right over here. So we're going to start trying to pour it in here to make it like to where it's halfway. We want each muffin tin to be like halfway full. We don't want it to go too much. And the reason why you want it halfway, because you're going to stuff it with these corn muffins. I mean with this crab meat. Sorry, not corn muffins, crab meat. So we're only doing half, filling it halfway. Yes, baby. It's okay. I ain't watching it anyway. I'll watch it when I get done. Alright. So half it up. And each one, it don't have to be perfect. As long as it go in there halfway. I told you some of the nastiest foods don't be looking, they're not perfect. Some of the greatest foods look nasty, but it tastes good. I said that's so wrong. Yeah, some of the nastiest looking food actually tastes good. I'm just making a mess, you guys. For real, for real. But we're going to get it together. I should have used a spoon to put this in here, but I didn't. That's alright. I'm going to clean it up to make it look good, because I'm like, This stuff is all over the place. So you're going to tap this thing to make it evenly. Don't worry about that. I'm going to clean that off before I put it in there. So we're going to try to give everybody an even amount of muffin. All right, I'm going to show y'all what this looks like. But since I put corn muffin all over the place, I want to clean it up at least. And I'm going to clean it up on here too, so I can make this look a little neater. All right, so with all this corn muffin, what I'm going to do is take it and try to wipe it off around here. Because I got it all over the place. Even though it'll come off during the, even though it won't be sticking to the thing once you do it, cook it, but still, you want some good presentation. All right, so I'm gonna move this out the way. I'm gonna put this right here. So now, we ain't gonna do nothing but tap it all around. See, to make it even. That's all we're doing, is just giving it a little tap to try to make it even. Now, let's go back on up. You see it? So now that we got the corn muffins, just like this, I'm gonna go ahead and stick on my gloves. Let me sanitize first. And I think you gotta bake this for like 25 to 30 minutes. I shouldn't have stuck the sanitizer on. Now it's making the gloves harder for me to put on. All right. So now we got the consistency of the crab meat. And we got this all tapped in. Now we're going to add a little bit of crab in each part. So you're just going to take it and put it in here just like that. And don't worry about it not the cornbread not covering the top, because eventually it's going to cover the top once it cooks. So you're just going to make sure you got enough crab in each one of them. You see how that go? Hey, sweet pea. See how you putting a little bit of crab in each one? I put a little bit more in some of them than others, but we'll go back in there and fill it in. But you want to try to get all the crab meat as much as you can. And get some of these big old chunks too. What happened? Oh, okay. That's fine. Alright, you see how that is? This one got a little extra because it was so much smaller. But then I want to go in and get some of this other ones that I neglected with the crab meat. Alright. See how to, okay, so now I'm gonna add a little bit more to this one. And to that one. Alright, so far that's what we got. So then we're gonna go in there and tap it in. Gonna tap it. Gonna see that little tap tap? Alright, see how we tapping it, laying it a little flatter? Yeah, this one's coming a little outside the rim, but that's okay. So with the extra crab meat, you can do whatever you like. So now, we're going to take a little bit of our Kobe Jack cheese. See that, the Kobe Jack? I'm going to sprinkle just a little bit of cheese on each one, so we can combine it together. And don't worry about this stuff melting and stuff like that, because it's supposed to melt. And this will help cover up the crab meat. Once the cheese get in there, it'll start help covering up the crab meat. So that's what you want. You want it like a hidden disguise. And it don't matter how much you put on there. It's up to you. It's what you like. Now, when I made these for my family before, it was another go, so they was excited about it. So, all right. So now we'll let this bake in the oven. So let me turn you guys around so you can see what it. So I'm gonna turn you guys around so you can see what it looked like. All right, so that's the Jiffy cornbread mix. Stuffed it with the crab meat, and now we got a little bit of cheese on top, and then we're ready to place it in the oven. We're gonna place it in the oven for like about 25 to 30 minutes. So in 25 minutes, we'll be back with some muffins, and then we also got these extra long toothpicks. So when we get done with the muffins, we can go ahead and put these in there to make sure they all the way cooked through, and I will show you what it looked like when they get done. All right, so we'll be back. All right, YouTube family, so we're back, and the corn muffins are done. So we're gonna show you what they look like. And also, I forgot to say thank you for those who subscribe to my channel, and thank you for those who will subscribe to my channel. We greatly appreciate you. You come on in here and join this family. And hey, we in the kitchen. We in the kitchen. We in the kitchen, in the kitchen, in the kitchen. We in the kitchen. So today, we finally finished our crab stuffed muffins. Now they are a little browning on the top part, only because we put a lot of cheese and put it in the oven just like that. So let me just go on and show you what it looked like. And like I said, we appreciate you. We thank you. Thank God. We thank you. Okay, you see them? All right, they do look a little darker on the all around the sides. Remember when I told you to put they was not burnt? The cheese on top, so it helped blend in the crab meat. We did do about 20 minutes. This is just what it's looking like. About 20 minutes should be good enough. Very nice. Now, some of them may be a little difficult to come in because it's spreading all over the top. But this is still hot, so I'm going to try to hold it with... See this one turning? I'm going to take this one out. See how it's coming up? Ooh, ow! That's hot. So here's our little corn muffin. Let me put this over here. So here's our crab stuffed corn muffin. You see it in the flesh. Now let me cut it open so I can show you what it looked like. You see it? So let's cut it open and see what it looked like. There we go. So we're gonna cut it in half. Woo. Ooh, you see the steam? All right, so you see the cornbread at the bottom. I don't know if you can see it. Ooh, goodness gracious, I can't pick that up. Sorry, it's too hot to pick up, but let me just tell you. So you see the cornbread at the top, at the bottom, and then the crab is right here, the inner filling. Let me see if I can get up closer. Yep, so here's the bread, here's the crab. And that's what you want. You want your corn muffin to look like this. Let me see if I can pick it up. Show it to you guys. Ooh, just like that. Let's taste it and see what it tastes like. Ooh. Now you can add a little bit of seasoning to it. I didn't because Jiffy has its own taste to it and I didn't want to overdo it. But you can add a little bit of garlic or a little bit of obey. I don't know how it will work with the Jiffy. But that is how you make easy crab stuffed corn muffin. Come here, Lee. I want you to try this. Ooh, let's see. Not that piece. What piece you want to try? You gotta blow it.
Okay.
Huh?
Any piece.
Okay. Here. Here, blow it. Don't just put it in your mouth because it's hot. Okay.
Let's go.
You like it? All right, so we got another one and another one. If it feeds the family, it's a go. It's a go. It's a go, yo. It's a go. All right, if you like that video, thumbs up. If you like that video, subscribe and turn on the notification, that little bell. Turn on that notification so every time we post a video, you will be the first to see our video. And also subscribe to our family, because our family is your family and we want to bring a lot of new stuff. So if you have any suggestions on what you want us to do, drop it down below. Drop it down below. All right, until next time, you guys, thank you so much for watching. And to my subscribers, I really, really appreciate you. We're going to hit the top eventually. But thank you so much. With God's will and God's grace, we're going to get there. Thank you. Have a good day. Have a good day. Have a good day. All right, have a good day. See you later.